you don't want the fans to not be supportive of you. So I know that you feel it, but what is the message between, because that we've talked about it, for me it comes from the players. Like, hey, we can do all we want. Like, we've got to figure out how to bond together. What was the message between y'all, within Coach Johnson and between the players? How did y'all get through that, and how are y'all getting through that?
We really just take it day by day, just trying to improve, It's easy to say, like, get your glove down and do all this stuff, but at the end of the day, we got to make the plays. So it's really just, improving day to day, working hard in practice and, just getting reps and working on different scenarios, different balls, and really just, trying to make the play.
So Jay coming in was an offensive guy, right? Like that was what he's known for. Is like his offense has always been good. What has been the biggest difference? Like what has he instilled in y'all as far as approach and hitting that y'all maybe not have known or didn't focus as much on in the prior years?
For me, it's probably pitch selection. I'd kind of the last couple of years kind of swinging at borderline pitches, getting myself out. So really just focusing on, one pitch, one spot, and not missing it and getting a good barrel on it.
Who controls the boombox?
Drew.
Drew called it.
Good call. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are we playing?
What's on there? What is the playlist?
Are we going like early 2000s?
Yeah, it's one song.
Yeah. Just one song.
One song and one song only.
Is this a private song or is this song we letting this thing out?
Oh, it's called Crunk Ain't Dead.
Well, I love that.
Yeah,
I don't know what it sounds like. I don't know who by who.
So we were in Arkansas, and they played it after somebody hit a home run there, and it was like, it was not good for us, but it was like
awesome.
It was awesome.
Oh, so y'all stole it.
Yeah, so we stole it from them.
Made it
We
our
just
own.
started playing it. We played it in the locker room like 6 times in a row, and we were going insane. We just started playing it on the boombox.
I love that.
And it's
I love it. I love that Jay loves it. I love that he allows it to go. I know he warned y'all, but
it's.
Well, you're mad at him for saying that. You're mad at him for saying
We
that.
didn't steal it, man. It was in the air.
It's all free.
Yeah.
They didn't create that. They didn't make the
Exactly.
song. If they made the song, it's fine. Yeah, y'all don't steal it.
Yeah, they only played it once. Now we're playing it on repeat. It's ours now.
exactly.
Yeah. It was up, like you said, up in the air. It was on waivers.
What do y'all? Did y'all host a regional last year? Did y'all have a regional here? No, y'all weren't.
Big sports show.
I forget because COVID messed me up. It got pushed back. So you never had postseason baseball in Baton Rouge. What are y'all looking most forward to, if that is the case? I can tell you, when we play here, and you have postseason baseball here, it is like a football game. You come out early, there's people tailgating, and you smell it and you feel it, and it's like a true energy. So like, I know you've seen it. You're from this area. Both are from Louisiana, so y'all have seen postseason baseball. What are y'all looking most forward to see that and feel that?
Probably just the atmosphere. To be honest, I haven't really thought about that far down the road, but I've grown up here like you said, and the atmosphere at postseason baseball seems second to none. So
Yeah,
Definitely. Jay's really, he's really focused on the next game. He doesn't like to look too much in the future, but we've all been thinking about it, and it'll just be awesome to play at the box. In the postseason. It's
big weekend for you.
Yeah.
You're going to Alabama or playing Alabama.
Yeah.
It's a big one for you.
I know a lot of guys over there, and it should be fun. I'm excited.
How are they? How's Alabama?
Lame as shit.
Are they all right? They're pretty solid. I mean,
I think they got swept.
they got swept. Cause I know they're 9-9 going to the weekend.
Yeah.
Now they got swept, so now they're a little bit behind y'all because y'all are like fighting, jockeying. But now y'all are in a position to go. So y'all go Alabama home, at Alabama, Ole Miss at home, and Vandy.
Vandy, yeah.
Yeah. So y'all got 3, I would say, winnable series. I know y'all don't look too far ahead. I'm not trying to get y'all in trouble. I'm supposed to look that far ahead. I think y'all put yourselves in a position to make a run. What has been the biggest thing for y'all that you see that from the beginning of the season until now? Because for me, it looks like the team has kind of figured out the vibe of the team, right? Like it kind of feels like the guys kind of figure out like what flows well, what goes well, what meshes well, and the chemistry of the team is kind of evolved and kind of feel like who y'all are. Do y'all feel that, and what's changed that? And was there a monumental moment of hey, we got to figure our shit out, or we're not going to be where we need to be?
So I really feel like the Saturday game against Florida really it really made us realize like what we could be, you know. So we were, you know, struggling a little bit before that. We had a lot of guys step up and, you know, talk to the team, and you know that Saturday we just exploded, like, and we really, the energy was insane. We played really good, and you know, that's what we really saw that what we were capable of. And you know, after that I feel like we just took off, and you know, I feel like that was the turning point in the season for us, for sure.
What I've noticed is the more teams talk shit to y'all, the better y'all play. Right? Like the chippier it gets, the better. And that's, to me, that's a sign of a really good team. Because if you don't have those juices, and you don't have that.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, that's pretty much what postseason baseball turns into.
No doubt. Like
you kind of hear everything about it, so like it's got that feel of like I'm stepping up.
Nah, don't be like the fucking bullshit Tennessee shit and their front runners. Like that's not like. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah, bro.
Did y'all saw that?
With the coach
fucking
throwing
Tony,
the bat,
motherfucker, throwing the back at the guy who pimped the homer after they fucking disrespect everybody.
It's literally everything we've heard about him for a long time though. So really not.
No, I haven't heard.
At least they got rid of the fucking daddy hat.
Is what it is.
Jesus Christ, grow up.
Huh?
The daddy hat, like
Who has a daddy hat?
that Tennessee did last year. Is so lame.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
think they
Yeah,
have
for
a-
COVID, you're out.
I think they have a fur coat now.
Oh.
yeah.
I think we all know that the level of bush that happens at Tennessee is pretty high up there.
Savannah bananas.
Yeah. Is there something to that though? Is there something to like y'all playing like if because you talk about Florida. That was the first time I noticed it. I was like, damn, Florida, because Florida does a bunch of bullshit a lot. Like since from when we were there to after, like they hit y'all 8 times. They always do that, and I could feel like it was like the fight or flight thing, and y'all fought, and it was like, hey, I could see it, and you could see the difference. Mm-hmm. And then there was another game that y'all had some stuff going back and forth. I don't know what team it was, maybe Mississippi State or someone, and it was Mississippi State, right? And y'all went ahead and y'all could see the difference. Is there something to that? I don't know if you can pinpoint why that is, but it's a good thing to see. It's basically all I'm saying.
Speak
I
freely.
don't know.
Yeah, speak freely. I don't.
To be honest, the Florida Friday guy kind of, was strutting his stuff a little too hard and maybe rubbed us the wrong way a little bit, and kind of stared down, Dylan and Barry, and I mean, he just shouldn't have done that.
Who's the first guy that's opening their mouth when stuff like this happens?
Yeah.
Like, who's the glue guy on this thing?
Who's the guy? Who's the
guy that's holding this thing together? And y'all know it. Every time something bad, good, whatever it is happening, who's the first one that's like, hey, what's up?
It's more like a group. Like it'll just be like it'll go from like 0 to 100 real quick.
Croquet done.
Yeah, it's just like we're chilling, and then the pitcher looks at us, and then it's just like 5 guys.
Everybody's going.
I love that. That's what it's supposed to be. Like,
exactly.
That's how it's supposed to be. Like, you can't listen. Baseball is a boring game. Like through the course of a season, there's a lot of games, and through the course of a game, like there's lulls that go through the game, and like it gets a little boring sometimes, especially if like you're in the outfield. And so if something like that happens, you need to figure out, hey, how am I going to make this thing more fun, more juicy? And if there's a villain on the other side, it makes it way better, and it makes it a lot more entertaining, and it makes y'all play better. I knew that I played better when I got pissed off. Someone talk shit to me, I'm going to play better because I'm not going to let you embarrass me. That's kind of how I feel. I kind of feel like that's how y'all go about it. But it's good to hear that's not just one guy. It's multiple guys.
Yeah, I just love that it just takes the look of an eye. And they're like, all right, wait, fuck that guy. All right, y'all, boys, let's go. That's all it takes.
You've had some questions for the boys. I know you had some. You've been talking to me about like, hey, when you
don't give us the
like, now you're
look
shy.
now.
Now you're sitting over there and you're shy and you don't know what to
shy.
ask. Hey, I do have a question actually. Mid-count pitching changes. I have not seen that very much. Jay loves it. Is there a strategy behind it? Is there something that is there a reason why he does that, or he just does it?
I think I think when he just feels something, he just does it. I'm not too sure, but I'm in the dugout all the time being a DH. So he coaches every single game like it's the last game of the College World Series. It's really cool to watch actually. So I just feel like if he thinks it's the best decision for the game, he's going and doing it with no hesitation.
It's a good thing. It's a good quality.
Well, you talk about him coaching every game like it's the College World Series. the timeouts during at bats, where are y'all on this? Do you feel like he has a good pulse of where y'all are at the at bat, or is it something
I have
like
my opinion on that.
Mikie is anti?
So sometimes if it's too quick of an inning, like he'll want to give the pitcher some more rest, and he'll come and talk to us, or just tell us what.
Say?
He'll just be like, look, stick to your plan. He's gonna throw you this, all that. Just tell us, really of an idea of what to look for, and just stick to our approach and.
I'm okay with that.
Keep with our plan.
Yeah. Are you ever like getting in the box? And
That's
like,
what I'm not
come
okay
here,
with.
and you're like, no. I'm locked in.
I don't like the
no.
ones where I'm walking to the box and I get called back. That's the ones I'm like, okay, you know
Yeah.
what? At this point, relax. I'm gonna go here. I have my routine. I do my thing. But the extending the inning, I understand that. But what y'all feel? I'm not getting you in trouble. That's not gonna be.
He hasn't done it really too much to me. But
I bet not.
Yeah.
I would assume probably.
He's
neither
always
one of
telling
y'all
you.
would probably get
Yeah.
much of it, yeah.
He's always telling you, very good information when he does it. So,
Yeah.
it just really makes you lock in and, go up there and you know what you're looking for. So it's I feel like it works out for most of us for sure.
Who rakes the infield?
The ground guy's good. The
Well, I'm just wondering. I know
Tyler-
they're booting some balls around. I'm just wondering if we have to
Jesus.
take care of our spot individually, or is there somebody else?
Oh my God.
You want me to ask questions? I'm asking
You
questions.
think they're in high school?
That's what I did. Yeah, I took pride.
Yeah, in high school.
Yeah,
Do we have to
well,
rate
In
our
high school,
spots
they pay people for
individually?
do that shit. Have you seen
Well-
the facility? Have you seen it? You see
Fire
what
the
they did?
guy.
Yeah, it's a house that everybody built.
Mikey.
And now they're about to add. They're adding more to it, right? They have another. They're adding like stuff in the outfield.
Wait, this is
finally,
news to me. I didn't know they were actually going to do it.
they're adding
They're
stuff to the
doing-
outfield. I think they're changing the hitter's eye. Finally,
Finally.
y'all should have seen the hitter's eye we had in 2009. It was the first year, and
my
it
God.
was 4 feet higher than the fence.
Oh, man.
So the
And it
ball was
was-
coming out of
yeah,
Tiger Stadium.
wasn't
It was
good.
coming out of
brutal.
Girth Brooks's
And
hand.
the hitter's eye still isn't very good, but it was worse. But I think they're changing, they're adding more stuff in the outfield, and they're putting the bullpens into the behind the
Thank
fence.
God.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
man,
Jesus.
I don't understand why
those
we
are
did that.
tough.
That never needs to be on the field. That's just an awful idea from the start.
Yeah, being an outfielder, that's just a bad
Brutal.
spot.
Right
Yeah.
field LSU is probably the hardest place, one of the hardest outfield spots to play in all of baseball because
Yeah.
you have the sun during day games, which sucks. It's usually a crosswind, and then you have to run over the mountain of a mound that you have in the bullpen, which is brutal. And it's a lot of foul ground to cover.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
tough.
Yeah.
They have a wooden bench.
And the wooden
Over
bench.
there, like,
who was it that
like,
y'all
in
played
there?
that ran into it? Guy's
Auburn.
knee.
Yeah.
Auburn. He's
Yeah,
out
and
for the
then-
year.
Not chairs.
He's out for the year?
a Straight up wooden
What did he
bench.
do to it?
Like broke his foot or something.
Yeah.
So the mound, the
Home
visitors
field
mound,
advantage.
the visitors mound was the reason why Anthony Rendon broke his ankle against
Yeah.
us in the Super.
Home
Broke
field
it
advantage.
over the mound.
That was Skip.
Huh?
Skip designed that part.
Oh, did he?
He didn't want him.
Look, Skip,
you
you've
know.
done a lot of good things.
That,
But
he swung
that
and
was
missed
not a
on
good
that.
spot. I did not like that.
He
I
saw
did
a
not,
2-0 changeup there. It wasn't
love you,
good.
Skip. You've done very good. Did a lot of good things for LSU. Should have put the mounds in the outfield, though. That should have been a thing.
That no bleacher seats, but we'll talk about
Yeah, bleacher seats are bad, too. That's bad. It's hard to see, hot. Like, come on. Let's
it. Give me a little back on that thing.
give me a little back and just give me something else other than bleacher seats.
Come on, man.
What's y'all's favorite play? Where's y'all's? This is your first year, so you probably haven't felt it. What's your favorite place to play outside of Alex
Yeah,
Box?
where's it been fun on the road? Who's got it?
So this was my first year, or no, last year actually. Not Tennessee.
Definitely
Can't
I
not.
think Mississippi State was
I would
pretty
actually,
fun.
I would actually,
So
judge,
I would
actually
actually
judge you as a person if you said it was Tennessee.
Yeah, I would judge you.
I'd be off you a little bit.
Tennessee stinks. But Mississippi State just changed their outfit. I haven't seen it since they redid their stadium. Is it awesome? Is it?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, they had maybe their 7th most attendance on the Saturday or something, so it was packed.
Really?
Yeah, it was cool.
Mikey thinks that they're Bush League because they open up the grills every time there's a fly ball. And
They
it'd
used
be-
to.
Yeah.
They used to try to smoke me out in the outfield.
I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it was like,
pretty
well, that's when they weren't very good.
Yeah,
So
it was
like,
pretty
they
funny.
had,
I was
they
like,
had to
this
do
is what
something.
this is what we're resulting to. This is
Ole
what
Miss
we're
was
doing.
my favorite place.
Yeah.
The beer showers in right field, and like they talk. The more you talk, the more shit you would talk as a fan, like to the outfielder. Like that's, I like that because it was fun. It made it more entertaining. But Mississippi State was always fun.
Do you feel like if you could, obviously there's been some things swirling about Alex Box that it's not as fun as some of these other teams we're talking about. Would you like to see anything changed maybe? Kind of make it more of a younger generation. There's a lot of people that when I go to games, it's a lot of headphones in, Walkman.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk to their wife. Yeah.
Bunny ears.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. Is there something that y'all would want to see maybe improved at Alex Box to make it more, I guess, a little younger?
I think it was just the music. We sent in a playlist this year, so that was already really changed. But from the beginning, I think that was the thing for everybody. It's just the music. We would go to a stadium and they would play like really cool songs, and the fans were getting into it. So we started sending them the songs up there, and they start playing them now, and it's awesome for us. So we get active in the dugout to them, and it's cool.
I think they should probably make the student section should be in a better spot, and they should do some more like promotional things for students to make it fun. Hey, don't put regular people in the student section because let them be rowdy and do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Where the student section is like directly affecting someone on the field, whether it's their bullpen, whether it's their right or left fielder. Like I'm talking like right on top of them, just in their ear all game.
No doubt. Because when they're warming up and they make a bad throw, they should hear it.
Yeah.
Not have the 70-year-old man next to him who's great fans.
Yeah. No, he's a great fan. I just don't want him.
He's just not going to talk much shit to the guy in the bullpen. That's what you want. You
want the guy him asking him, "Hey, is your grandfather or such?"
Yeah. You want the guy in the bullpen rattled by the time he gets on the mound. Because if that happens, then that's the magic of Alex Box. We talked a little bit about before off air. Y'all are a pretty close knit team. Like everybody pretty much hangs out. I know everybody does Sunday Fun Day. I'm not going to ask where Sunday Fun Day is. I'm not going to let everybody know where Sunday Fun Day is. Sunday Fun Day is a baseball staple for every team. You finish the weekend series, you have a thing, and all the guys get together and they hang out, which is a sign of a good team because you want guys. Everybody participates in that, I'm assuming. Do you think the team is pretty close? Because I've been on some teams that are pretty cliquey. And everybody kind of hangs out with everybody. But when it was time to hang out, everybody hung out. Like everybody was together. Do y'all kind of have that vibe, and y'all feel like over time has that gotten better?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've done a lot of we've had people come in and speak and kind of work for each other just to get closer. Even being a little bit more vulnerable with each other. In the fall, and it's been really monumental. Just to kind of go in a little deeper. Just to know the person and what makes him the person versus. This is, Brayden Jobert. So, we kind of got more in depth, and I think that really brought us to an extremely high level of, trust and confidence in the person next to us.
Love that.
Yeah.
What did Drew Brees tell y'all?
Oh, man, that was so cool. That was the first time I've ever,
Did y'all know he was coming in, or were y'all surprised by it?
I found out.
It was a rumor.
Yeah, I found out the night before, and I was like,
plugs?
"Oh my god!" Because I've been a huge Saints fan, man.
Right.
Drew Brees is my goat, full blown, and I got to meet him, and I was just over the moon.
He did the whole middle of the huddle thing, right?
Yeah, it was so sick.
I mean, sometimes I black out, but did he say anything that like damn, this was awesome?
I think it was his famous
one for me.
Yeah.
Two for you. Yes.
Damn.
He did it at
yeah, dude, it was
Lucy's.
Oh my god.
And remember, it got filmed after they won the Super Bowl. Drew Brees he revealed what he was actually saying in the huddle. So I'm glad he brought it back out with his fake hair.
God,
he's got booth hair. What do you want from him? I mean, good for him.
Maybe he just got a better haircut.
No, he had no hair. You don't remember he was bald, and now he has this fucking Lego head hair. It's unbelievable.
We have to start getting everyone that he talks about on this thing.
I just
want
to
see him sit in the corner.
Yeah, I'd be happy.
If this gets us Drew Brees, it's worth it.
I'd be happy to get Drew on the show. All right, couple more. I'm gonna let y'all go. Today's y'all's off day.
I have one real quick.
Yeah,
just
that's
before
good.
You get into
Good.
it.
Earn your keep.
Thank you. A lot was made, at least on my end. I love that y'all were doing the thumbs down. It feels like Jay put the kibosh on that. But where was it? Where did that thing start? And why were y'all doing that? Little self motivation, or was there something else that went into it? Bring it back.
If Jay put the kibosh on it, I don't think he'll bring it back.
It's not coming back.
Well, hey.
Yeah, I don't really know what started that. I didn't even know what it meant until, a few days into it. But yeah, we just all started doing it one day, and
It's a team thing, probably.
Yeah, I really don't know what started it or how it happened, but yeah, we just all started doing it one day.
And then what went into? I noticed Jordan Thompson cut his hair.
Oh, I did that.
You did that? What does that mean? How you did that? You cut
He
it?
told me one day on the bus, he was like, "Hey man, just think I want to shave my head." I was like, "I'm your guy.
You shaved it.
Yeah, I
Little
did.
fade.
y'all
On
have
the bus?
Number 2?
Wait,
I
on the
couldn't-
bus?
No, no,
About to say,
no, no.
Jesus.
Did y'all have fun with it? Did y'all like shave?
Oh man,
stuff
I grabbed the big ponytail and I went at it with the scissors. I had fun doing it for sure. Yeah.
God, he probably feels 10 pounds lighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's rocking the mully. I think a bunch of you guys were rocking
Yeah.
the mullies, and then he got rid of his. Dylan Cruz keeps his, keeps the
Yeah, well,
the
Dylan
tradition
Cruz hitting
going.
500-foot homers. You can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are bombs. Those are
Yeah.
monster
Yeah.
homers.
Yeah.
He's pretty good, huh?
Stupid. Yeah.
My question is to you though, because talking about him, I think he's great, and he's going to be a first rounder. But I don't think people realize that you're probably going to be a first rounder. I know you don't look too far ahead, but that's something that is part of your season. This is your junior year. You're draft eligible. I know your agent, and Kent.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't
I was
know.
gonna say something about it later. But yeah, I know.
He's one of my friends, and so like I know that you have to think about that, right? As a to me, that's the first time in your career, and my career was at least, that I had to be a professional. I had to think, okay, I have to be able to walk on the field and do my job well, and be able to compartmentalize the draft and what I'm doing now. But you have to think about it because you have to prepare for it. You have interviews. You have to talk to teams. What has that process been like for you? I guess you're draft eligible too as well, right? What has that process been for both of y'all as far as, I don't know if, when we were there, it used to be fall, they could talk to you, and then like during the season, they could talk. There's really no rules.
Yeah.
What has that process been like for you, and how exciting is it that you've put yourself in a position to, fulfill a lifelong dream?
Yeah, it's awesome. I kind of knocked out a lot of the meetings in the fall. So right now I really have no contact with any team. I'm not really, focused on that. So I haven't.
You and Mikey have that in common.
What?
No contact. It's unfortunate.
You're in timeout. You're still in timeout. You're still in timeout. Keep going.
So yeah, throughout the season I haven't really talked to anybody, but it's always in the back of my mind just to perform and do what I do, and really trust the coaching, and I've been put in a pretty good situation with Coach Johnson coming in, really cleaning up some things where I needed to clean up, and I'm just fortunate, and I'm looking forward to it.
What has been the biggest thing that you want to clean up?
Like I said earlier, pitch selection was a big thing, but I really didn't walk a lot the past 2 years, but kind of really just toning down the big swings and really going for contact and getting barrels.
You've always hit the ball all over the field, but this year I feel like you're juicing the ball to right field a lot more than you have in the past. Has that been something that you've been working on, or is that just kind of come as the progression of you pitch selection and just growing as a player?
Yeah, I think it's just me growing as a player. They're actually shifting me like all to the left side, so I'm trying to pepper some singles to the second baseman, but they haven't come yet, but they're gonna. So.
They're good. Hey, if you keep hitting over the fence, that's okay.
Yeah.
You can
I'm
keep
okay with
missing
that.
second and just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
okay.
okay with
That's
that.
okay.
That's how you beat the shift. You
They don't. Hey, they can put as many people as they can. There's no
Yeah.
defense for a homer, for sure. And for you, obviously, you come here, you put yourself in a position to, reach the next level, reach your goals of being drafted. Has LSU has that helped you being that you're here? Obviously, you've always been able to hit. You've put up numbers everywhere you've been. Nichols, Delgado. I always forget. I always want to say Eunice, but I say Delgado. And then you come here and you're able to do the same thing, but against a higher level of competition.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously that's put yourself on the map. I've seen you out in the outfield. I know that you can play the outfield. Just the situation that it is right now, it's kind of a full outfield. But what has been the biggest thing for you, and what have those meetings been like?
Yeah, so I got a little bit of draft attention last year at Delgado because you can get drafted any year out of there. So I got a little bit of that last year, and that was really like my first taste of the draft, and it was cool for me. But I definitely wanted to come here and experience LSU. So in the fall, I had meetings, just like Cade, and knocked all of those out, and it was just very surreal to me, that this is actually happening, and I'm fulfilling my dream that I've always wanted to live. So I'm just really worried about going and being the best teammate, and trying to win games for the squad, and I feel like everything would just fall
That's the
through
best
after
way to
that.
think about it.
That's the
So-
best thing to do.
If you worry about trying to do something for something,
Yeah.
if you're trying to, I have to do this for the draft, you're not gonna do it.
I-
It's
I-
gonna
I-
be the opposite.
Just literally, just like you're saying, I think y'all understand this too because y'all both touched on it. Winning solves a lot of problems.
Yeah.
So if y'all go out there and take care of what y'all need to take care of as a team, there's a good chance.
And playing
it's
for
gonna
your
be the right
guys,
situation. Yeah.
right? Like playing for your boys, right? Like it's the biggest difference for me between college, which I loved playing baseball here. Like if they said, hey, you could play for 7 years in college and not lose a dime going to the draft, I would have played 7 years in college, just because of the different vibe, right? So the difference for me was when you got to pro ball, it was about getting to the next level, getting to the next level, getting to the big leagues, and you don't really have that winning culture until you get to big leagues, right? Because it's all about getting to the big leagues, not about winning. College is about winning. What I noticed is the more you're focused on winning, you're focused on the guys around you, and winning for those guys, your numbers are going to end up being better than if you're just focused on getting your numbers, right? And it's more fun, and put yourself in a position. So I think y'all both obviously are thinking the right way, and know what's kind of going on. But it's an exciting time, and you should enjoy it and embrace it and have fun with it. And I'll tell you, the most fun thing is whenever you're playing postseason baseball and you get drafted and you don't have to worry about anything. That's that's the closest you can get to pro ball without getting to pro ball. It's not having school, getting to go out and you get to play in the postseason. You get to go have pool parties with the boys on the off days after practice. And then, like I told you, weather gets warmer, girls start showing up, shorter shorts.
Garth Brooks.
This outfield starts filling up. Like, I don't know if y'all have girlfriends, but this is just my experience. From
Left hand, right hand.
This is my experience from when I was there. Is the
The last month of school, man. I mean,
May
the last
baseball
month of the season
is awesome.
May baseball's great. You get more people showing up with less to do on their schedule. They show up. It gets hotter. Games mean a little more. It's a lot more fun.
Are y'all starting to feel that?
Just gets a lot more fun.
Do you feel like it's starting to ramp up a little bit? I know baseball is a long game, but it feels like, even from our perspective, just me going to games and watching it feels like y'all are starting to kind of turn the corner, and you know that this is the right time to peak.
Yeah, I still feel like we're in the middle of the season. Me and him talk about it all the time. It flew by. Like, how many games do we have left? Like,
Y'all got what? I mean, how many midweek games do you have left?
13, 14 games, something like that?
You have 12 or 9 in conference.
Yeah.
So 12.
Two or three.
They don't play midweek.
games.
I mean, y'all have midweek game every midweek
Yeah.
until the season ends.
We got
Stop yelling at me.
We got
Jeez.
Nicholas
What?
tomorrow,
What?
huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nichols.
this is a huge
That's
week for you.
Hey, this is a big week for you.
Alabama on the
Yeah,
weekend.
man.
You got Nichols and Bama. That's a big
Yeah.
week.
Oh.
This is a big week
Damn,
for
I
you.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Nichols beat us my freshman year.
Really?
Yeah,
we won-
that
we
was-
Yeah, they
That's
beat us
your-
our freshman
that-
year. I got
That was your
actually-
junior year.
Hey,
Yeah, what my junior year? Your
Hey,
freshman
this dude beat
Yeah.
us.
LSU was my first collegiate win.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
He
great.
was
Wow,
like
now turn
2
tides
for
are
4
turning.
with a homer or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, you went home or
Yeah.
FLSU?
I did,
Look,
yeah.
that's what.
You having both perspectives, what was it like coming into either Alex Box or just playing LSU, being like on a Louisiana team? Is there do you feel like you get or that y'all wanted to bring your best shot every time you played LSU? Because
Oh,
it feels
yeah.
like that.
Oh, yeah. Any team that we play, like in Louisiana, they're going to bring out their best guys. They want to beat us. They, I wouldn't say, I don't want to say that we're at the top, but, it's LSU
You're at the
is
top.
Yeah.
No, it is. It is
You're
what
at
it
the
is.
top.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
LSU is so hard to compare to,
Yeah.
and everybody wants to be LSU, and like Louisiana Tech, they're a very good team, and they brought their A game.
Field
both
is
times.
shit.
Yeah.
That turf, Jesus.
They brought all their best guys against us this year, and they beat us twice. So we understand that we got to play our best game against everybody, and it just goes to show that no game is given. You got to go out there and play.
Love that.
Well, I expect that same thing whenever Nichols comes to town. Like, you almost get no breaks. You have
No
to do
breaks.
SEC play, and then every
Yeah.
time a midweek game happens, like, damn, we're going to get their best shot no matter
Yeah,
what.
I remember playing for Nichols against LSU. We were like, let's go out and do this. We were fired up, and it was like
Throw your
a World
ace.
Series game
Yeah.
for us.
At this point, you're like, yeah, we just gotta get to the weekend.
Yeah.
And when you're at LSU, it's like, let's just get to the weekend. I get it. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Everybody says, hey, everybody's gotta be locked in for every game, but the reality of it is, it's not that simple, right? Like, you just had a big weekend against Georgia at home. Then you're going home, and you have a midweek game against a team that doesn't bring as much juice to you, and it's hard. Like, it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to get in the way, and people get so mad at midweek games. I'm like, you need to win them, no doubt. Like, you have to win every game. Like, not every game, but you have to win those games. But, like, I don't put as much stock into, like, you know. I could have told you.
Getting swept on the weekend and losing 3 straight midweek games is
I could have
completely
told,
different.
listen, and this is no slight to y'all. This is me just being in the situation. I could have told y'all at the beginning of the season, middle of the SEC, going to UNO, I was like, that's going to be a hard one. It's a trap game because you have to go play at UNO, which you don't really want to go to UNO in your middle of the SEC weekend. It's like, for me, when I was in school, like, that's a game like, fuck, we just got to get through this, you know? And, like, so it happens, right? But that's why I don't put too much stock into video games. But the casual fan who doesn't understand that part of it,
Look at me.
I'm not. I'm just having a conversation with you.
Yeah.
I think
Don't
that's
be
a big
guilty,
thing.
Lloyd. Don't be guilty.
No, I bet. LSU all the time. Thank you, boys. Put a
but-
little money in my pocket.
I'm not gonna keep y'all much longer. I'm a huge fan of both of y'all. Obviously, I'm through and through LSU through and through. I keep up no matter if I was playing or not playing. And I love the way y'all go about it. I like the stories. I like kind of what y'all bring to the table. Kind of like the silent assassins. It seems like, and I appreciate it, man. So I'm gonna be following y'all, and whenever y'all win, y'all get in the postseason, y'all got extra time. Come on back anytime y'all want. This is open forum. We're fun. We're light. Obviously, we don't take anything too serious. I'm not gonna ask you stupid questions like, "Hey, what were you thinking about there on the 0-2 pitch?" Like, well, what do you think I was thinking? I was thinking about getting a hit. Like, I'm not gonna ask you any of those questions. It's more about conversation, having fun, enjoying our company. That's it. So
I have a question for y'all, if you don't mind.
yeah, I love
what
this. Love this.
This might be a first time right here.
This is a first
What was
time.
the biggest thing as a championship team that really took y'all over the edge, like to
Great
go
question.
out and
There you go.
I mean,
You
I
go.
can answer
You go.
because y'all have touched on it a lot too, man. It became a point. Honestly, it happened the year before he got here. It happened. We were playing Georgia at home, and they beat us 2 out of 3, and we tied the last game.
This was in 08.
Yeah, and so from that point on, it was kind of like a sense of ownership where we just stopped caring about what anybody had to say, and it was almost like we're in a sense of like we're gonna go and just prove everybody wrong. Like, and it really doesn't even matter. You could love us, you can hate us, you could talk about us, you could talk with us. We stopped caring about what anybody had to say. Started really caring about just keeping each other accountable and like playing as hard as we could for each other. I really do think that's probably the moment where everyone was just kind of like, bro, it's just us. Yeah. So we took that into that year, and into the next year, we kind of felt like we had another good draft class. I mean, another good recruiting class coming in. We kind of felt like the entire team kind of felt like we'd be doing ourselves and this university a disservice if we don't win it, because that's how good we are. Like, we kind of showed it last year. We got some good key players coming in. Like, everything's going to happen right. But if we don't finish the season winning this thing, we kind of did a disservice.
Yeah.
So we just kind of stuck on that.
And so for me, I came in that 09 season. I was a freshman. They had already built, like, they were, it's no offense to y'all, they were terrible in 07. This was Maneri's first year.
Yeah. Awful.
And in the beginning of 2008, they weren't very good. But they were good. They had talented guys. They just weren't very good. And then they went 23 straight. And they went to Omaha. They were national seed, 1 and 2 in Omaha. And they came back, and they had a bunch of guys coming back. And I was like, all right, we're just filling in, trying to have to figure out our spot. And so for what I noticed, we're in a group text. We have a group meet of 25 guys. Out of those 25 guys, 18 of them were on the 2009 team. So we
like
built,
today, that's still
yeah,
going
today.
on.
Like, we
Yeah.
still talk every day. So, like, we were so close to each other, and we built that. They had built it before we got there, and then the freshmen was able to, like, grow with the team. And, they had to count on us. We had to count on them. And we had 4 guys on the bench that were seniors that were probably the leaders of our team that never played. And so that the close-knit team, the camaraderie, and the way, like, we'd go hang out. If we wouldn't hang out, everybody was going together. Even if they weren't like the super party or wanted to hang out, they'd come in for 20 minutes just because they were going to go, and then they would leave, right? Like, that was important to us, and that was the whole thing. So when we got to the postseason, it was like, this is the fun part. We already did the hard shit. Now we're the national seeds. We have all this stuff. This is the fun part of baseball. And it was that part, I think, that made us a big difference, because there's teams I played on in pro ball.
Yeah.
What happened?
Little Crunkade Dad was about to
Oh.
fire off. Had to start for the clean version, boys.
But like when I played, like 2011, we didn't make the postseason, and we were good. We were just very young. And then I got in pro ball, and I started playing. The common theme for teams that were good was what I just said, and the common theme for teams that were bad, where everybody kind of on their own program, doing their own thing, not really buying into the other guys, and that makes the season. So basically, it's already long. That makes the season miserable. So for me, that's probably, he said it, they built it, we came in, and then we were able to kind of extend that.
Yeah.
It was
To me, that's what
it
makes
was
it
just like a legit feeling of like, love us or hate us, this is
Yeah.
a band of brothers.
Hey, at
And
some
every
point-
time we're going out there, it's like it's us, it's all of us.
Yeah.
And
At
we
some
all kind of
point-
knew the role, and it just flowed, dude.
At
Y'all
some
feel like-
point, you're gonna get into the season, and shit's gonna get like postseason, and it's gonna get hard. Like teams are gonna be very good, and teams are gonna be just as good as you, maybe even better than you, and you're gonna have to figure out, okay, what's gonna separate us, or what's gonna make us figure out, okay, how are we gonna get through this? And leaning on the guys around you is how what I learned is how that got me through it, and that got us through it, and we were able to win one, and it was awesome, and I think y'all are plenty talented enough to win it, and that's kind of what the standard is here, and we haven't done it since 2009, so please do it.
Yeah.
We're looking forward
Please
to
do
that.
it. Like,
Yeah.
please do it.
Yeah.
We want somebody else to do
Yeah.
it, man.
Do you feel like y'all have some of those same characteristics as far as like camaraderie and chemistry? Like, are y'all getting there?
Yeah, this is the
And you're
closest.
shaving
yeah.
Thompson's head, so I feel like y'all got some good
This
things
is the
going.
closest knit team I've ever been on. Like everybody loves each other. We all do things together, and it's just really fun to be a part of. So
That's
yeah,
good.
I mean, you just got to think about it, dude. Everybody practices. Everybody takes BP. Everybody.
Exactly.
It's the extracurricular
Yeah.
shit that kind of gets you over the edge of everything.
Absolutely.
It just is what it is.
And it's just the buy-in. Like we had Chad Jones was more of a football guy than a baseball guy, but like he was more bought into all the other stuff than anything that
I think people would say, like, if you just talk about that, I think people would say, like, Chad was, like, the best teammate we had on the team.
Yeah.
He was there the whole year, but everybody loved when he was around. Just, stuff like that.
We had super regional practice at the box, and it was hot.
The shirt off practice.
The shirt off practice. It was hot, and like we had BP, and I don't know who it was took their shirt off like for BP, and we saw him do it. Everybody took it off. It got to the point where Coach Maneri couldn't tell us to put our shirts on.
Yeah.
And we were they had
There was
video.
like like that media practice. Like
Yeah.
we
it was
did
the media practice.
We did that whole day with everyone had shirts off and pants. Coach like,
Yeah, it just pants and shirts off, and it was like that was the thing. I was like, hey, that's the vibe of it.
Then
you know?
Paul
like,
took his shirt off.
No, that did not. Coach kept his shirt on.
yeah,
Thank God.
he stayed out of that one.
Thankful for everybody.
He had that one more hair. Hey,
that's
he had that one more hair.
The little one more hair that was. Did you have that when you were there?
Yeah.
I was always chasing. Like, and you staring at you, you're like, I can't stop fucking looking at that little hair. It's just fucking going around. It's like it had a little mind of its own, dude. It was unbelievable.
But, yeah, man.
Coach. Great career.
How cool was that final out?
How cool was that for the game?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna ask.
So we had. Luckily, we were in the outfield. Did you?
No,
you
so
were
he
on the bench.
Yeah, he had pulled me off
Yeah,
the
because
field.
like who did you put out there? Was it
I think
Chad?
Panov.
Panov.
I think Panov, yeah. So I actually got to experience that last out from like the dugout. It was just, I don't know, dude. It was awesome. I don't even know how to explain it. It was just an
I was
unbelievable
in
feeling.
center, thankfully, because I don't.
That last
you got
inning
it
to
tough,
me,
'cause
that last
you're
inning
always
to
gonna
me
hit
on the
bottom.
bench just seemed like it was the longest
Bro.
inning ever. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, just get these outs, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it was. I mean, we kind of knew it because we won. It was 11-4. It was the
Yeah.
final, so like, we kind of knew that we were gonna win. We just had to get out the game, get through the game. We got through it, and then we're on the field, and we have all the stuff. You have the hats and the shirts and the newspaper stuff, and you have the interviews and all that. And we couldn't wait, so we told the security guard they had the basketball chairs, like the cushioned chairs that were sitting there. Those were our chairs for a locker. And when we first game, we had to play Virginia, and we won. And we're like, damn. And CWS had the whole thing. I was like, hey, when we win the whole thing, we're taking all these chairs. We know because the sign said no taking anything. And we're like, we're just letting you know when we win, we're taking all these chairs. And the guy was like, all right, whatever. We won, and everybody grabbed the chair, and we all left, and they didn't tell us anything. So we took that out, got to the hotel. When we got to the hotel, this was the coolest part. We were at the what hotel was it? It was the
I don't know.
I forget what hotel, but it was like
No way.
the
So you know
hotel
it
was
was
all the
good.
rooms were around, and so like you had the center of it, right? And it was it was packed. We walk in, and you had people, and it was like 5 levels, and you had people on the balconies of all 5 levels. You had people walking you in, and we just walked in, and some of us were of age, and people were just throwing us beers, and like we were walking through, and we're like on the bus, like, hey boys, up, down.
Did you drink any of those beers?
I gave them away to the people of legal age.
Oh, okay, I bet. Yeah.
I was 19, okay? I'll just give them to legal age. But then we say, hey, on the bus, we're like, hey, we have an up down. Everybody get up, fucking change, and come back down, and we're going. So there's a bar in Omaha called Barrett's, I think it's called, and
Yeah, you were drinking.
It's like an
Don't even name
LSU.
it.
It's like an LSU bar.
Yeah.
The guy's a huge LSU guy. Obviously, LSU is always there. Shut down. He said, hey, I'm gonna open up the basement for the team.
That might have been the sweatiest night.
Dude. So we all go, and it's like family and friends, and we get in there, and Coach Manera, this is the coolest thing Coach Manera's ever done in his life. I'm convinced. He's walking in, and it's him and his family and his daughters and everyone, and there's a huge line behind him because people heard that's where we're going. Probably 100 people behind him. So the guy was like, hey, Coach, only you and your family, who's with you? And he turns around and he says, everybody's with me. And the guy just lets everybody in, and it was just a party. It was awesome.
I'm pretty sure we pretty much saw the sun come up in that.
Oh yeah,
place
the coach, and you played for Coach, so he told us, hey, bus leaves at 10:30 in the morning to get to the airport. Just be on the bus. Yeah. Okay. Some guys showed up at 9:00 in the morning, but we got there.
Yeah.
We made it. We got it. It was awesome. Great. So that was probably the coolest thing, is like finally the culmination of like the whole season, and finally being like, fuck, we did it. Now we can relax, we can have fun, we can kind of do it, and so.
I mean, there's no better moment than when you get to see your coach like kind of let his hair down. You're like, all right, I knew this guy was cool the entire time.
Yeah, he knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Like he had a good feel back then, especially. I don't know how it was in his later days of his coaching career, but he had a pretty good feel back then.
Yeah.
That's it. So y'all go ahead and y'all go do that, and y'all make y'all's own memories, and y'all go get the ring, because y'all's ring is gonna look way cooler than ours did. It's 2022. So what is that? 12 years?
Oh, look at me,
13,
dude.
13, 12
Might
years.
be 12 times bigger than ours.
Yeah, it's gonna be
kinda
enormous. So y'all go ahead
It's
and
like
y'all do
Algebra
that. I think y'all
3.
got a shot to do it. Like I said, y'all come on here, bring more guys on here. This is like
Make
like
this
I said,
thing a party, man.
Yeah, that's all we do.
Yeah,
Like
man.
we may end up
Uncle
changing
Earls.
the time.
man.
We do Uncle Earls on Friday, every Friday. We may end up
Yeah.
changing our time to go later. And at that point, it's like, so if we go later on the day,
No excuses.
the boys come in, we have some good times.
Absolutely, yeah.
We have some good
Awesome.
times.
No doubt.
Thank y'all for coming in, though.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks
appreciate
for having
it.
us.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
before
good luck,
y'all-
man. Good luck as y'all keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Like I said, love to see y'all come in again. But
Yeah.
good luck as y'all keep moving forward and do it, man.
We're watching, bro. We're watching.
These are the dominoes falling. We finally got some boys in here. I love
Yeah.
it. But before y'all go, how nails has Mikal Hilliard been? Because he's gonna kind of, if you followed his LSU career, like he was a midweek guy, never really a Friday night guy, like kind of bounced around. But it seems like he's really kind of taken a stranglehold of that Friday night role, and I don't think anybody's been more deserving. It feels
And
like.
how great is the Barry Bonds earring? Let's talk about the Barry Bonds. Little dangly.
Have y'all seen his grill?
What?
He has a grill? Does he pitch with it?
It's like a vampire grill.
Does he pitch with it?
What?
Sometimes if his like bottom lip's a little like out, it's because he has his
The grill?
vampire.
I love it.
I love that.
But no, he's a beast. I mean, I kind of expected it. I mean, he's a leader on this team, and his stuff's great. So he's
How nasty is a curveball?
it's great.
Is it nasty? It's
really
not. It doesn't seem like it's fun to hit.
No, it's a auto take out of the hand, and then you're
Yeah.
just like, oh.
I know, so too.
Drops from hell.
Yeah.
Is this fastball sneaky? Like it's like he touches 89, maybe touches 90, but like does it play up because of the breaking ball, or is it?
Yeah. Well, his cutters.
It's a cutter, right?
Just
Yeah, it's
moves.
cut. It's like, I mean, it could cut this much, and then it could cut.
So he doesn't throw anything straight.
He actually has a fastball. It got up to like 92 in the fall or something.
Hey,
But
he doesn't
I don't
really
know if
throw
he's
it.
throwing it.
Yeah. Wow.
Might say
He's
he
got it
doesn't
in
throw
there.
that
But it
much.
surprised me.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
got it in there.
Yeah.
Throws his cutter and his big bender. I mean that's 12-6 is.
He pitches with
12-6.
conviction. I can tell you that.
Black
He's
Berry
confident.
Zito.
Oh yeah.
He's confident.
And he's not wavered too, which is fun to watch him. Like they can miss borderline calls. He's like, "Give me the ball back."
Yeah, he's been around. He
Love
has,
seeing that. I love
he,
seeing
that.
He has a little bit extra swag on the bump for sure,
Yeah.
which is
Oh,
good.
yeah.
You need that.
He's a boss out there.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Like I said, Black Berry Zito. That 12-6 is nasty.
He also throws from the right side. Very
Yeah.
few throw from the left side.
He's white. So there's a lot of differences. Except for the
But-
curveball.